actual
So
fundamental, for lack of a better term, physical idea.
Audra,
Hmm?
I kind of wanted to relate this in a Christian theology sense. Because it's like my understanding of it, like if you were to think about like Genesis or whatnot, and it's talking about, you know, the creation account. Like you don't take that as like word for word that occurred, but at the same time there's truth to it. There's like not in the sense that, you know.
Well, I still relate it to somewhat of a physical theory.
Physical theory.
I'm always like with anything, even with Christian theology or whatever. I'm always seeking a plausible, because sometimes you don't necessarily know, but within the laws of physics that you understand that we can observe, you can, and theories based upon those, you can go, oh, if this set of theories is true, or these theories, that actually does kind of make sense.
Right. So I guess what I'm getting at more sort of veers off from that. I guess it's not I guess I don't need to use that, that as a template necessarily. But I guess what I was saying with the astrology stuff, I don't think, like personally, it's my opinion that I don't think planets as physical entities have any sort of effect on our personalities. However, I do believe it's possible that they are physical representations of something else occurring, which is not physically measured. They're physical symbols of something else that is, if there is a metric to judge it, it is not judged in the same way that the physical mass of a planet or distance is measured. So I guess the way I see reality is possibly reflecting things that are occurring that aren't tied to physicality, I guess. I don't really know how to make it, sound any prettier, but
you seem to be hardline differentiating the idea of metaphysical with physical in the traditional sense.
Do you personally find any problem with that?
I don't see the reason. I haven't found evidence to strictly separate them. Okay. So that's what I'm always trying to do. I'm always looking for unifications of traditionally separate concepts, and so that's what I was trying to get at. I was curious because,
right,
yeah, to just explore, since we were talking about astrology, like that's what I would be interested to know. Would be, what do you find?
So I think
look in the other direction rather than the results, and like, well, it seems to be kind of true. Like that's not, Then I would look and go, okay, well, what does this relate to otherwise? I don't know. I mean, I was just curious. I was trying to make a conversation.
I think it's interesting.
Trying to get you guys to excuse it. I was just trying to get you guys to pontificate.
Right. I think what's interesting is, I think from what I understand, we're both interested in unifying the concepts. It's just sort of where our interest is or how we would like to see that come about seems to be different.
I spent like a couple of hours one time and like did the like free astrology chart. You want to like, tell my fortune.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea how to read it.
I feel like since learning about socionics,
I'm always interested to play with this stuff.
Mm-hmm. I feel like since learning about like socionics and astrology and different stuff like that, I find it harder to give sort of sweeping advice to people on what they should do in situations. Not necessarily like, what you should do, and like, if it's like you're building something or you're trying to avoid, like let's say you're a lumberjack I'm not going to be like, well, I'm not really sure what advice to give you. Like, like I'd be like, okay, don't stand in front of the falling tree, because that seems, pretty reasonable. So it's not that sort of advice that I struggle with giving. It's more like, if people were to ask like what direction they should take their life, or like what interpersonal choice they should make, it's like there's advice you can give as to outcomes, but to achieve desired outcomes, or not, maybe not even desired, but to achieve outcomes that have a growth-oriented effect on a person, I feel like those are more difficult to parse out. I'm counting down to Annie being like, "Oh my god, it all makes sense.
It's all connected. The stars are in the shape of a cat. That's why I want to meow every day. It all makes sense. I was having a mind blown." Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
When you were saying that thing about, lumberjacks, it reminded me of something.
Please don't share your porn preferences.
No.
You already talk about performing fellatio on a turtle, so I can't trust you.
Nah, I'm not into that sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
Annie, I want you to look at my my natal chart and then tell me why I am the way I am. Here, I will send it to you. Okay, I'm gonna go to Cafe Astrology just because I can. And I'm gonna go to the birth chart selection. Yes, I am a woman. And I'm proud to be a woman. Or at least I know I'm free. Fuck all of the men because of misogyny. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend women today.
I'd kill myself if it would accomplish anything.
If what would accomplish anything?
Saving me from that song.
Are you proud to be a woman, Ken?
No.
If I refresh the page, what will happen?
Okay. I'll be at peace for about 3 seconds.
Okay. Uterus, we stand.
Yeah, all that did was send it to the main page.
Hey, Annie, I sent you the thing.
No, you just sent her the main page. You gotta save the page in a cache and take a screen cap.
What? No.
Damn, how quick did you click the link, Ken?
When she posted it?
It was pretty quick.
I was looking at the chat. What's your insinuation, Annie?
I don't know. I don't have one.
I think maybe you do know what your insinuation is. I think you maybe ought to tell me. Quit being around the bush.
She's proud to be a woman.
I think that's your first house talking.
Is it my first house talking?
I'm trying to do this. See if I can get
What role would my first house play? First house? You mean my ascendant?
Is subjective self-awareness, personality, mask, identity, self-images.
I love your chaos. It's like mine.
First,
Are you
wait.
living here? You have a car too?
Sometimes your ascendant and your first house are the same.
Hey,
Proud to be a woman. Okay, I'll shut up.
Okay, yeah, Chloe.
Um,
Don't think.
is ascendant first house? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so were you saying that in relation to me?
I don't know.
Are you? Okay,
Huh?
first off, fuck you. Second, fuck you. I'm trying to find information here.
And stop being so fighty.
No. Let me see here. No, I was just wondering because I thought maybe I could glean some valuable information, but you're making it difficult, isn't it?
You don't know what your
Wait,
first house is?
No, I know what it is. I'm just wondering how Taurus relates to that.
Ah, Taurus. To what you said.
All right.
Okay, upload one photo. Yeah, upload. Come on, Flickr. Let's go.
I'll be back.
Okay. Hey, Annie.
Hey, what's up?
All right, so I got it taken care of. Here you go.
It makes sense why you're so weird or different in group settings. There's an Aquarius, and the fifth house is recreation and play. See, group involvement is in the 11th house, which is Leo. Makes sense because you don't mind being in the spotlight. I don't know what else to say. Did you get?
Oh, what about the second house in Scorpio? What does that mean?
Resourcefulness, self-esteem, attitudes towards possessions. I think second house in Scorpio might mean you want a lot of things, but you can't really have them, and you have a hard time sort of attaining material wealth or goods. It might not be exactly easy for you. I think that's what it means.
Yeah. What about the sixth house in Pisces? What does that mean?
Sixth house in Pisces. I think Pisces is more like flip-flop. Right. So it might be that you change your mind a lot when it comes to work routines, employment, service, work duties, health, nutrition, and duty. Like you want to do one thing and then it's like you change your mind. And it's also, yeah.
What about the 7th house in Aries?
Okay, partnerships, marriage, one-on-one relationships. Aries, damn, you have 3 retrograde? I think it just means like you kind of, it can be a little bit egotistical, I think. More like, also very, like, egotistical, head on.
With like relationships?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Sometimes Aries can be a little bit selfish.
Yeah.
They kind of want it to really, they don't want it to impede their individuality as well. So like you want someone that's, oh shit. You want someone that, one second. You want someone that is with you, right? But you're not going to lose your individuality. You're going to be very independent. And with, let me read it again. So you have your 6th house. I'm sorry, you have your 7th house, which is partnership. So you want to be independent. You don't want him to like, you don't want to lose your independence. And then you have, what was the other one? What was the one you said before? Yeah, I guess that's what it means. So independent as well. Like independent when I mean like you don't wanna it means more like you don't wanna depend on the guy financially. You also don't wanna lose your personality in them.
Yeah.
Does that relate?
I mean, I like to, be myself.
Mm-hmm. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. The 5th house, let me do it. House is an Aquarius, so you're gonna want an unconventional relationship, maybe romance, children play. Yeah, a little bit more free, not so worrying about what other people think. Eccentric, I would say, because it's creativity, play, children, entertainment.
Wait, so what type of guy should I go after?
Oh man, that's a good one. I think it's someone.
Oh, shit. Who's talking to the NFC?
I think it's someone who's confident in themselves. Someone who's intellectual, because I think you have your Mercury. Oh, you have Mercury in Virgo. Yeah, you have your Venus in Leo. That's why I'm saying that. Venus in Leo. So I think he needs to be independent. I think he needs to be independent, to be honest. That Venus in Leo. I think that's what suits you best.
Wait, so what does Venus and Leo mean?
It's like how you approach love and what you would want from someone in love. So Leo is very like they follow their heart. Very warm. They don't get shy or self-conscious really. And they're just out there. That's also maybe even how you like what you find your ideal love to be. You don't want them. I think you would be the type of person that would definitely like kiss in public or cuddle, like something like that. Like you wouldn't really like you want someone to be like that in a way. So you have to look for that. It has to be compatible with that sign. They can't be shy because they need to meet that same energy as you.
Yeah. I do tend to be really bold in love because, like, I just throw my heart out there, you know?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, even you're in groups, you have a Leo. You have a lot of Leo, girl. That's why you're on cam.
It explains everything.
And you're a Sagittarius when it comes to speaking. So
Really?
You're an adventurer. Yeah. That's why you won't mind talking. Well, maybe I'm reading too much into things. Yeah, maybe Ken's right.
What does it mean to have my midheaven in Cancer, though?
Midheaven?
Yeah.
I think it just means you're sensitive. Anything with Cancer means you're sensitive.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I am pretty sensitive.
Sensitive to the feelings and thoughts of those around them.
Yeah.
They understand how to go with the flow.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these things, like,
I'm sorry, Janelle just had this like quirky smile, and it was so kind of sarcastic. It was just like, yeah. Wait, Janelle, what is your Enneagram type?
Okay, hang on. It's 9, I think. Pretty sure. I think my tri-type is 954.
Okay, so let's say there was a male version of you. Where would I go to find said male version?
That's a very good question. It's right there, William. I have no idea. Because I'm not out in public mingling with people, like, ever. Online dating? I don't really know.
Okay.
Yeah, find a Taurus. So just get into, like,
Oh, wait, I think I found him.
who? Blank.
Found who? I just got back.
I'm waiting for a response. That's why I'm staring. Chloe
Oh,
said,
me?
yeah, you said, oh, I found him.
Well, no, I thought I found a guide. I was just like, go with that, and then I looked at him and I was just like, no.
Are you looking at an online dating site?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's all right.
Interesting. You did. Did he just come from room 1 or something? Traitor. I'm meeting someone on Thursday.
What, like in a back alley?
How'd you know, Ken? It's the only way I ever meet anybody. No.
The message me on Facebook. Oh.
We just left to review some math. So
You went to go view some math.
Abe just left to go review some math, which could be fun.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get some math done. Yeah, and then like you play like the corny, like synthy '90s music. You know what I'm talking about. And then you're just like pumped, and you're just like super energetic as like you're multiplying shit, and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna get this homework done. And
it's only it'd be worth celebrating if you had some nice, fun, exciting word problems.
Yeah. Hey,
Just,
Audra,
like repeated numerical problems. That's not fun. What?
let's get into a debate.
You want to get into a debate
Yes.
about what? I can only have
Let's get
low-key
into a
debates right
debate.
now.
Let's get into a debate about coffee.
Okay, what are you, what position are you taking?
Okay, I'm going
Yes,
to present
yes, well.
the fact that Cup of Joe is the best coffee in the world.
Well, what's your definition of a cup of Joe?
No, like not like a literal Cup of Joe, but like I mean like the restaurant Cup of Joe. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know. What is the restaurant cup of Joe?
Oh, it's a cafe, and they sell coffee there. Okay, let me look
Well, what
for it.
kind of coffee? Do they sell multiple kinds of coffee? Because if you're proposing that certain particular sort of coffee is the best coffee, then you have to pick one. And if they serve multiple ones, then you are not really saying anything.
I mean, I've gone there like a couple times, but I haven't really like actually gone there. You know what I mean? Like I've gone in, and I've sat and I've talked with people, but I've never like actually,
Drink their coffee.
stayed. Yeah.
So clearly you're not making your argument upon personal experience. Therefore, what are you basing your argument upon?
The fact that they have a cool logo.
The fact that they have a cool logo. And in what way would you propose that having a cool logo relates to the superiority of their coffee, assuming that they only have one way and method of serving coffee, and that's the one you're proposing to be superior?
Well, the reason is because there's a psychology of the logo and the design, and therefore the logo and the design is supposed to represent, kind of their philosophy, like what they stand for, what they do, and their design is simplistic and very nice. Here, check this out.
You only made statements about their logo. You didn't relate it to your other supposition at all.
Audra, this is what happens when an ENFP says, let's have a debate.
That you just constantly query them for clarification and details. It's good practice, though. I'm using my TI by tearing it apart and being like, all right, what's lacking in this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On the website, it says the best atmosphere, the best coffee house.
So by atmosphere, what do you think they mean? Do they mean the actual chemical content of the air, or are they
I think
talking about the social atmosphere?
This is like if Kodo owned a coffee house. It's like the best brew, the richest brew, the greatest brew.
Making the brew great again. I message this person. Hi, how are you today?
Yeah, I think that would have been probably a better place to start your debate, Chloe, is to say that the website says it's the best, and therefore it is.
Yes.
Even though that is unsubstantiable, it is at least a statement in favor of your, proposal.
Are you saying that I should go and visit said coffee house and then make a determining conclusion?
No, that's unnecessary. You should be able to prove your point without personal experience, because personal experience is not that great of a thing to base your point upon.
Well, I mean, if I have personal experience, though, then I can, and then I can share my personal experience, and then it could be like, peer evaluation to make sure that, the personal experience is, in fact, quantifiable.
Well, it's one of those things you could determine if your personal experiences align with your proposal, which would give you more motivation to argue your point.
Yes. Then I would bring in coffee for the entire room to try, based on this company. I don't know. It says.
I am in favor of any endeavor that ends with someone gives me coffee.
I would be happy to give everybody free coffee, one way or another.
There you go.
That way we can all try
to
debate about the quality of such coffee.
This isn't
Yeah, we're not having a very successful debate.
Right. I was going to say this isn't a debate as much as a, speaking about preferences. But I was going to say, Audra, I typically prefer something that's cold brewed or edible in the sense of like coffee beans. That's
cold brew. They asked me, they're like, "Do you like water in your cold brew?" And I'm like, "Not really." And they're like, "Yeah, just so like almost no water." I'm like, "Ha!" Like, yes, give me all cold brew, undiluted, please. And I also have a bag of coffee beans on my desk for when I don't have time to go get coffee.
Right.
And I have an espresso machine over there.
Nice.
I want to learn how to tango.
Then do. So do you like dancing then, I'm assuming? Or you just want to like dancing?
I mean, I kind of like dancing because dancing can be fun, and it can also like be uplifting.
Cool.
I've never danced.
Like dancing.
I've never danced with ribbons.
You get any points for that one.
I get any points?
You're jumping to something about dancing with ribbons. I'm like, that was pretty random.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it would be amusing if we like changed the topic to dancing with ribbons in a field full of flowers. Yeah, I could totally see Ken doing that for some reason.
It'd be like dancing with, sparklers in a
I'd totally
flower mill.
dance. I'd totally dance holding sparklers, wearing an adult diaper, and covered in war paint.
Yeah, I could see that.
There you go.
And dancing would just be a clever word for hunting people down.
I was gonna say, I feel like I've seen people doing that in Las Vegas.
Sounds like I need to visit Las Vegas.
I'm not really kidding. Like, there are things like you just every now and then you glance and you're like, and then you're like, wait, what did I just see? I swear I saw a guy like walking down the street in basically a diaper, and you're just like, or maybe it was a bikini. I don't remember. It was something that you're just like, wait, what did I just see? That was one of the more extreme examples, but you really never know what you're going to see there.
You really don't. You'll see everything. Okay, so I have Raid next to me so that if someone breaks into the house, I could just spray it in their face.
Okay.
Do you think that would be good for spraying into their eyes?
I don't know. I haven't really delved into the chemical composition of it. I don't know that I don't know enough to know if it would be actually debilitating or just irritating.
I have a I have a mace.
Yeah, it's wax spray.
Not like spray mace. I mean like a 10
One of
pounds
the
of steel.
spikes.
No, it
Like
doesn't
that.
have spikes.
I
it's
approve
round.
of that sort of mace.
Yeah, mine doesn't have spikes. It's an exercise mace.
Oh, well, that's nice.
But 10 pounds of steel is 10 pounds of steel.
Yeah, that's good enough to knock someone out. I think you'll be good.
I think the goal would be knocking someone out. Like I think if you were to connect a blow to the head with a steel mace, that's not, probably have to throttle off to avoid fatal injury.
Tell me, Ken, if you were to go on a date with a girl and the very first place she took you was like a nightclub where they were like having a rave, how exactly would that make you feel?
It would entirely depend on the girl.
Let's say she's a crazy party girl and you find out she's a crazy party girl.
It would entirely depend on what kind of crazy party girl.
Well, the kind that does ecstasy and Molly and all that shit. It gets wrecked and turned and just...
You're not describing character flaws yet. It would have to manifest in some other way as a character flaw.
Like, let's say that she's, like, really loud. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, she has, like, long hair, wears sunglasses most of the time. She sees her girlfriend.
You can't describe long hair and sunglasses as a negative when trying to describe other things.
No. Like, I'm trying
You
to...
said she's loud, and I'm not particularly fond of loud, but then again, it also depends. There's situations.
Like,
Loud just when talking? Not necessarily. If she's pissed at someone and she's loud, that's a different story.
No, like, let's say, like, she sees her friends at the club and she's just like, hey, guys! Oh, my God! No, that
not
shit.
Good. Not good.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know, she takes you to a place, there's, like, really loud music, people are screaming, she's going like that. She's got like fucking glow sticks all up the ass on her. You know what I mean?
Pretty sure I fucking don't.
Nah, like you've never seen like your typical party girl.
I don't leave the house.
Oh man, you're missing out.
I'll take your word for it.
Dude, I've seen so much shit, it isn't even funny. It's crazy.
Elsie's like, I don't have a high enough combat level to deal with this shit. Be with me, Lord, for lo, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Dude.
People are just like having a rave, and Elsie's like, Deus Vult! Comes in with a broadsword.
I could see that.
I was at a rave kind of thing once. Like, there were lots of lights and a DJ, and it was annoying.
All these girls are like, hey, Elsie, what's up? She's just like, fuck, what was it? Oh, from Mountain Blade Warband. She's just like, I have a drink from your skull!
Oh
Or
my
what was
god,
it? What
that
was
is
the
beautiful.
what was the other one? Away from me, vile beggar. Or is it away with you? Yeah. Away with you, vile beggar. Chloe's going to people. She's like, are you my friend? And he's going to people. She's like, are you a reptilian? Elsie's going to people. She's like, are you a manhunter? I'm exhausting all of my Mountain Blade Warband references because you actually play the game.
I found a thing of a really hot girl on Facebook. It's kind of overwhelming. Would you like me to send it to you, Ken?
Elsie's like outside with sheep, and they're wearing birthday hats, and they have like mechanical wings attached to them, and there's like flamethrowers, and she's like, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Yeah. That would be funny.
I think there's other factors other than just duality that play a role. Like for Eric and Kimberly, they both had a like ESTJ influence in their lives, which I think probably helped contribute to certain things. I feel like it's a great asset, or at least it could be, but Oh, hey, look. The rebel's gone, Audra.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, in the realm of Audra. How goes it in the realm of Audra?
It goes. I know I want a nap, but I can't have one right now.
I asked those, I'm not sure where Eric's at. You know, I asked those questions because they seem like easy questions, but just because they're easy questions don't make them good questions. You know, when you're like, how are you doing?
I agree.
What are you doing? You know, stuff like that. I'd rather just launch into what's like a what's something that has been tickling your any fancy enough that it would actually turn into a vision of something you want to accomplish.
Like new or just in general?
Let's go with new. Anything new?
I don't know. Seems like something maybe occurred to me, but I don't know where it was.
Are you excited to move in a more cerebral direction, like with writing and whatnot, or you wanna do some physical stuff? You wanna like travel
Decided to move in a
somewhere?
more, autonomous direction.
Autonomous direction. Okay.
I don't like things
I also-
regular as I am. I don't like things are too stable and regular right now.
Right. I've had that experience for a lot of my life, and I don't think I thrive in it. It's easy for me to fall into, but I really don't think it's where I ought to be.
Yeah. It's one of those things. Worst you can do is fail. You have to, start something new. It ain't that bad.
Worst you can do is fail and have a better story than just sitting around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was contemplating the idea that, if you haven't failed a little bit, then you probably haven't bit off enough. Played it too safe. I feel like I have a tendency to do. Still do a lot of stuff, but I do tend to
I've been contemplating that
maybe not go as far as I should.
So I haven't been, like the past several years, I haven't been saving up money towards things just because I was, not really sure what I would do. But I think more and more recently, I'm realizing that it's actually a desire of mine to travel around a lot of different places. So I don't mean travel in the sense of let's take a plane and go from one expensive, first world city to another one and hang out there, a short period of time. I think it'd be interesting to visit places in South America or over in the East. Just because I'm I want to see life exist outside of the first world, because it's
Can be interesting. I haven't gone far beyond it, but I do like traveling to different places. I like less touristy kind of places.
Right. I think I just like the idea of seeing different landscapes. Not necessarily just for the landscapes, but it seems like there's an experience that goes into a lot of that. Because it's if it's a new place, there's new people, there's I don't know who it was. Also realized that I like giving advice to people, and helping people figure things out in their life. And I figure they'll probably be more open to listening to me if I've done cool shit compared to sitting in my room. That seems to be a pretty much straightforward occurrence within humanity.
Wait, can you say that again? I'm not sure I understood.
So I meant like I have a drive to give people either advice or like just sort of insights into what's been going on in my head, but I kind of want it to be useful things, and I feel like people would be more open to listen if I've actually done something with that knowledge, rather than just having a whole lot of speculation, from my house, having not done as much. So basically, all I was really saying is that I'd like to accomplish more.
Well, even if you haven't done anything and you just speculated, maybe you could, give some people some ideas.
True, that is true. I'm not saying that I wouldn't give people any ideas currently. I guess it's more tied up in what I want to do. So it's not like me doing things is completely contingent on other people. It's more like I see it as like a win-win. Because as I learn more, I'd be able to give more valuable information, but I also want to learn more just for the sake of learning more. And I also like to learn things experientially. Like I can deal with a lot of theory, but I don't like it to all be theory. I want to have some action there. So. Prenatal ingenuity and effectiveness. Are you coming at me sarcastically?
Oh, I get it. What?
I'm just too many intangible things. I laugh because things make sense, not necessarily in a.
I'm meant it.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
I've been meaning things lately. I mean, I've always meaning things, but I'm come across this.
Sincere.
I'm just trying to find a colorful way to word it.
It's funny because I was thinking to myself, if somebody says, no, not at all, like, even though I understand that you are being sincere, it's just, I thought it was funny in my head because I envision you saying no, not at all. Like,
I knew when I wrote that, it was coming off of sarcasm. No, not at all. Not at all.
But I believe you when you,
No.
I believe you though.
I appreciate that, Ken.
That's what I was talking about the other day with the tone and whatnot, is because it frees you up to say different words, even sarcastically. So it's like you don't have to watch your words so much. Like you can tell me no, not at all, and I can tell that it's sincere rather than.
Is my tone getting better, or is it
Right
staying the same?
No, your tone was getting worse right there.
Huh?
I said your tone was worse right there.
It's working?
No, I said it was worse right there when you said, "Is it getting better?"
Oh. Well, I mean,
How about we stop trying for now and just let it happen?
Yeah.
What were you guys trying to do?
No, Josh, it's up to me to discern. It's not for you to try to act out.
No, it's up to me to try to convey myself in a more emotive way.
Right, you can do that, but to the extent
my
that it's on
intonation of my voice, I just don't. I've never spoken that way. I've never spoken with emotion or emotive tones. And I've been doing this for 37 years, so I doubt I'm ever going to change.
Well, what you might be considering a motive, I don't necessarily.
I don't use intonation properly. I don't use intonation properly.
I just thought
Wait,
it
what
was
were
your.
you trying to do?
I'm getting a cold. Or allergies, actually. I think
Wait, no. What were you guys trying to do?
Kim is saying that he wants to be more effective and teach people things from the knowledge that he possesses. And I said I would too, and there's nothing wrong with that ambition, Ken. And I said I applaud you for your prenatal ingenuity and effectiveness. And then he asked me to clarify, and I said, as in, it's forming now. And he said, are you being sarcastic? And I said, no, not at all.
I think it's sort of funny that I use the word like, are you being sarcastic? Because I didn't have the feeling that you were being sarcastic, but I asked it as a question because it allows, like asking the person, are you being sarcastic, allows for more development of the thought. So you can make it more.
Also, you get the information that you need.
Right.
Hey, Ken, you know I love you. I wouldn't fucking with you. There's people on here that I fuck with. I don't fuck with you. You make me laugh. I appreciate you.
I believe you said
You're
that.
one of the only people in this world that can make me laugh just by doing fucking things. So,
Yeah.
I mean, when you had 3 t-shirts on the other night, 1 on your head and fucking 3 on your shoulders, and I was on the floor laughing, and that was true.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wasn't on the floor. Well, I may have been, but I mean, I was literally laughing, like real laughs, not laughing on the inside. So, like, I appreciate that. You're an outlet to my amusement. Not
Josh,
you don't.
I understand. Thank you very much.
You are amusing in an endearing way.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Did you just shove a tampon up your nose?
Yes, I did, because I do that all the time. I love tampons. I love the extra exorbitancy ones too.
Because they're just so good for those times when you just are bleeding.
Yeah.
You need a little protection.
I know.
He needs the extra absorbency ones because he has a lot of mucus.
Super extra
He
exorbitant.
needs the extra absorbency ones because he's extra moist.
Oh dear.
I was getting moist with Taylor last night. That was fucking weird.
Oh, double oh dear.
Me and Taylor bonded last night. It was fucking crazy fucking shit going on. And he was like, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but we bonded. And then we agreed to stop being moist. Not gonna say what it was about, but it was true and it was real. And I cannot believe that me and Taylor, of all people in this room, bonded over something. Because I virtually disagree with everything that he stands for. Except for what we were speaking about.
Can you give an example of what you disagree with?
He loves guns. He loves them. I hate them. I've been a victim of gun violence 3 times. I've known someone that's been shot in my city. I've known someone that's been killed in my city. I know that guns cannot be unproliferated from the American society because there's so many goddamn guns in our society. But I do realize that we have fucking tens of thousands of murders a year, and like other countries that have hardly any guns have 30 to 40.